Hi there, I'm Angelos and welcome in this video tutorial. Today we're going to see a fantastic game between Wilhelm Steinitz and von Bardeleben, if I correctly announce this guy. The game played in Hastings in 1895. The topic of this game is how to attack the enemy king on the open E line. I hope you already know it, but just in case I'd like to mention it once again. I'm an active trainer, and if you like you can make a private chess lesson with me, and you can see more information in my website. Here you can go on training and then you can see some informations and some training programs. Please feel free to check my website, and if you like you can contact me. We are back in diagram position, and before see this moment I'd like to share my opinion and my thoughts from the beginning of this game. So white start the game with a move e4, a very nice move, e5, knight to f3, knight c6, bishop c4. This is the Italian opening, bishop c5, and now white choose the move c3. The idea behind this move is to play of course the move d4 and challenge the sender. Please try to play in the center and remember the rule, if you control the center then you control the game. Knight to f6, of course black would like to counter attack in the center, and right now he's attacking the e4 pawn, d4 attacking the bishop, e takes d4, c takes d4, a very forcing play is coming now, bishop b4 check. Now white can cover this check with two possible ways. One and the most positional way is to play the bishop on d2, and of course the other line is to play knight to c3. Here can you find the best move? And the best move is knight takes e4, and a long and forcing theory is starting from this point. However, in our particular example, black played the move d5. You should not play this move too early in the game because your pieces are not very well coordinated yet and your king is still in the center. You are losing time and you didn't finish the development, so you should delay a little more these moves. However, here white accept the challenge and capture the pawn on d5, knight takes d5 and short castling. And now you can see that black cannot do the same, he cannot castle short because our knight on d5 is under fire, under attack. Black here can capture material, he can capture on c3, and after this move b takes c3, bishop takes c3, we have a powerful move. Can you find it? Of course, in all of my questions you can pause the video and you can think as much time as you like. However, I suggest you to think about 1 or 3 minutes approximately for each question. And the powerful move here is queen to b3 because we are attacking the bishop and the pawn. I can show you many details here, but I don't like to overload you, so I'll try to create another video with Greco analysis in the future. So let's go back, and here black have another way to capture material, and he can capture the knight on c3 with the bishop, and after that white will recapture of course, b takes c3, and now the big error is to capture on c3 with the knight. Why? Can you find the double attack? Yes, queen to e1, and now queen is attacking the king and the unprotected knight on c3. So let's go back. Of course, black player was a strong player by that time, and he found another move. He played his bishop on e6. What he would like to do? To cover the e line in order not to allow white to give a check on e line, and after that he would like to castle short. Similarly, the bishop is protecting the d5 knight. So white continue very effectively. He developed his pieces with threats. Now he is threatening the queen, and after the move bishop to e7, now here white played a very nice sequence of moves. He exchanged the knight first, bishop takes d5, bishop takes d5, knight takes d5, queen takes d5, bishop takes e7, knight takes e7. Oof, please take a breath. And after that white continued with a very strong move. He played rook to e1. What is the idea behind this move? He would like to stop the king and prevent the short castle or the long castle, because the knight on e7 is pinned and the king have a role now. He should protect this knight. So black played the move f6 and he would like to make the short castle technically in order to play the king on f7 and after that to bring the rook in the center of the board. Queen e2, very nice move, putting more pressure in the pinned knight. Queen d7. Here the best move is rook a d1, but in any case this is computer analysis and it's very difficult to find such moves in the board, and I'd like to focus on the real game. And here white played rook a to c1, a logical move, and it's very important for black here to play his king immediately to escape from the danger, to play king to f1 immediately. However, black here played not a very good move, c6, and when your opponent don't play very good moves, you should be there and try to expose his errors, his mistakes. Can you do that? I suggest you to pause the video and try to think actively what you will going to do here with white. Almost all of white pieces are active. You can see how active the queen is and the rooks, everything is very active. However, we have this knight here which is not doing anything, and you should remember the Makagorov rule, which says find your worst piece and try to improve it. You should put your knight in a better square. And what is a better square for the knight? Of course it's f5 square, because if we move the knight there, it cannot jump like that, but you can dream to have your knight on f5, and this could be fantastic, right? The knight from f5 is attacking the knight, attacking the g7 pawn, attacking almost everything. And how can you go on f5? Of course you can go from h4 and after that to f5, or to d4 and then to f5. And this is give you an idea how I can improve my knight, how I can put it on f5. And for that reason white player found this fantastic, the brilliant move d5. He cleared up the square d4 in order to bring the knight on f5, and similarly he would like to open his c1 bishop to activate all of his pieces. And we can see now that it's totally impossible for black to capture with the knight. The queen can capture on d5, but this is not a good move because we can deliver checkmate in one move. So actually black should capture this pawn on d5 with his pawn, and now we can see how actively all the white pieces are. They are controlling the open lines. White continued the game with a very natural move, knight to d4, king to f7, of course, because we was threatening to go on f5 with a knight, and after that knight to e6. You can see this octopus knight. This knight is fantastic because he's controlling all the squares, almost all the squares around the enemy king. And now what is white's next move? Of course, to play the rook on c7. He would like to increase the pressure. Black is feeling the pressure here, and for that reason he can play the move knight to c6 in order to close this line, but this sub-variation is not working because we can play knight to c5, attacking the queen. The queen has to go away, and after that we cannot give a check on e6. We would like to go there, but we cannot, so we can deliver a check from the other side of the board. Queen h5, check, and after g6 we can capture the central pawn on d5, and you can see that white's attack is powerful here. The king have real problems. He cannot go there on f7 on g8 because we have our queen on this diagonal, so black's king have to run in the center of the board, and when you do that it's really bad. Please try to avoid it. And white can continue the game with rook to e3, the Kasparov move, because white would like to make this rook lift, and black pieces cannot help his king, right? So let's go back in the game. After knight e6, black here chose another move, and he played the move rook h to c8. Now of course it's important to continue the game with threats, and white played the very nice move queen to g4, very good move, because we are attacking the g7 pawn. It's important to attack all the time, because if you don't make an attacking move, then your opponent is there and he will make attacking moves, right? So g6, and after that we continue with the move knight to g5. Don't try to find fireworks all the time, right? Just play normal moves. And now we are attacking the king, and of course this knight is taboo because the queen on d7 is unprotected. So king e8 is protecting the queen, and now we are in the diagonal position. And here you can think again actively, how can you continue the game? Everything is fantastic. We are a pawn down, but white have a strong attack here. Please try to pause the video, think actively, and choose your next move carefully. Rook takes e7 out of the blue. What a fantastic move. And let's check why. If the king captures the rook, then we can deliver a check with the rook. King d6, queen b4. Very nice check, and it's difficult to find this move before the exchange sacrifice. And I hope before choose this move, rook takes e7, you had calculated this as well, right? Queen b4 check. Now, if the king runs away on c6, this is checkmate in one move. What is the move? Rook c1, of course, this is a checkmate. Another option is to run on c7, but here again we can give a check on e6, a very strong check, and if the king runs in the corner there on b8, we can see that this diagonal h2 b8 is very vulnerable, and after this check it's very difficult for black to parry this check. For example, if he plays the rook there, we can capture it, the queen can recapture, and after that we can deliver this very cool checkmate. Queen, even queen, black cannot sacrifice back his queen. This is a checkmate. And if we go back, of course black have other options, and he can put in between his rook on c5. However, white can continue very strongly the attack with checks and with very direct threats. Rook e6 is a check, queen can capture it, but we can recapture the queen, and now black is totally lost. For example, he can capture the knight, we will capture the rook, and white is winning, right? So let's go back, and if we go all way back, here is another option for black. He can capture the rook with the queen. However, this creates a problem, a very, very nice problem, because we can capture the rook on c8 with check, black have to recapture, and after that we capture again the rook with check. Please remember to do everything with check. Checks are very forcing way to continue the game, and in this variation white is winning. So black ran away with the king, and he chose the move king to f8. You can see a fantastic maneuver now, and white played the fantastic move rook f7 check. Please notice here that if we capture the queen on d7, this is extremely big mistake, because our king is in danger and black this time can deliver the final checkmate. We have only one move here to go back with the rook, and after that black is delivering the checkmate. So it's important here to do another move, and this move is rook to f7. Now queen cannot capture again because the rook on c8 is unprotected, so queen should stay there in order to close our queen. So the king ran away on g8, and black is happy, right? Because now he is threatening the knight. We cannot capture the queen because the rook on c1 is threatening. And here again white found another brilliant move. Of course you can pause the video and think it if you like, right? And I'll continue with the move. Rook to g1, fantastic move. The king cannot capture, of course, because we can capture the queen with check. This is very important. Of course, queen cannot capture again because queen should cover this c8 square. So the king ran away, and black again was a little happy. Okay, everything looks fine for me here, but after this move, rook takes h7, a fantastic move, white won the game. Black player disappeared from the tournament hall without resignation. This is amazing, of course. He was very upset from this game, and what he can do if he goes again on g8, then we can continue checking him. Again, remember that king cannot capture the rook because we will capture the queen with check. And for example, if he goes here on f8, then we can give this check, king to e8, and then we can deliver this nice checkmate on d7. Another possible way is to go on h8, however we can continue giving check to him. queen h4 check, king takes g7, queen h7 check, king f8, queen h8. We would like to drive the queen closer to the king. King e7, queen g7, king e8, queen g8, king e7, queen f7. Step by step, queen can go little and little closer to the enemy king, so he have only one move. Now he can go to d8, we will deliver another check on f8. The only possible move is to go back with the queen to e8, and then we can give another check, but please be careful, don't give checks randomly. You should have a scope, a goal, and white choose here very wisely the move knight to f7. This is a check, king d7, the only move, and now white deliver the final mate. Can you find it? Of course you are. Queen d6 checkmate. A brilliant win, isn't it? I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like it, share it with your friends, because if you like it, then your friends will like it as well. Thank you very much, take care, and see you soon. All the best.